Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are out in Dodger Stadium. I'm trying to bounce back after a disappointing game against Oakland. Took them 6 tries, but they did get us once. Here is Dodger Stadium as the sun sets. I actually forget. The Dodgers were in first out east, but I feel like the Diamondbacks have overtaken. And let me, I can't remember for sure now. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick while it introduces you to a few people. Help if I could spell. Although I do kind of blame this phone keyboard. I've never been super happy with it. Kirshner on the mound. I don't believe we have seen him. Don't know if he is a draft pick from this year or not. Kester to lead things off. We do have an off day on the 3rd, so not tomorrow, but on the 2nd we will get the bench guys in. Kester grounds out to Rafael for call. That brings Marvin to the plate. He will bat right-handed. Yes, and as of right now, the Diamondbacks hold a 1-game lead over the Dodgers out in the NL West. Marvin bloops out to second. That will bring Chief to the plate. He will hit a ground ball right to for call, and that will in the top of the first. 1-2-3 start. Furcall's going to lead things off at the plate for LA. See, regular guys in the game. Paulie on the mound. And Paulie starts things off with a fastball right down the middle, and Furcall just let it go. Swing and a miss on the knuckleball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Here's Matt Merton. One of those Cubs that never really quite made it, that still had a spot in my heart. He's got an 0-2 count to start things off. Paulie's not thrown a ball yet, actually, and gets a swing and a miss here for the 2nd out of the inning. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Here's James Loney. He will take a strike. Pops this one up. Tom goes behind the umpire and makes the catch. 6 up, 6 down to start off this ball game. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels in the 2nd. Terry looks at strike 1. This one just misses inside. And then cutter too low, makes it 2-1. Hits this one up the middle. That'll be the first hit of the ball game. That will bring Frank to the plate. First pitch goes high. This will get into right field. Back-to-back hits. Terry on his way to 3rd, and he will cruise in there. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Here is Tom, who had been in a pretty big slump, but, well, that was going to be a bloop out. But he has been a little better the past few games. Couldn't drive in the run there, though, so it'll be up to Zach, now with 1 out and runners on the corners. That cutter stays outside. This is hit sharply into left. That's going to roll all the way down into the corner. 1 run already in. Frank stops at 3rd. That's an RBI double for Zach. Leaves 2 runners in scoring position for Joey, who does put this into left field. 1 run in. It wasn't hit hard, so only 1 run on that play. Runners on the corners for Paulie, who's hitting above 200. Still just the 1 out. Now a 2-0 Squirrels lead as Paulie swings and misses. Swings and misses again. And that one up and out. Check over on first. I don't think Joey's going anywhere. Hit right to second. Pearsall on a hop. It will turn into a double play, so that'll save a run in the inning. 2 runs on 4 hits in the second inning, though. Andrew Jones will start things off for the Dodgers in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch to Jones is down and out. I believe that is the first ball Pauly has thrown. That one he gets the benefit of the call. 1-1. Jones pops it foul, and it does make the screen. So 1-2 still. Or maybe made it 1-2. I can't remember. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Andre Ethier, who I feel like had a pretty good time against us the last time we saw the Dodgers. He will line out right to Kester. That'll be 2 outs in the inning. Here's Widger. First pitch in there for strike 1. One bounces in. Widger lays off. Swing and a miss on a knuckleball in the dirt. Makes it 1-2. Fouled away. We'll try again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We move to the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Squirrels, and they will be back at the top of their order to start off this inning. Kester ground out to short in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits another ground ball to short, and that will be the first out of the inning. Marvin had credited with a flyout. It barely got over Pearsall's head at its height. He was able to make an easy catch over there at second. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat, though. Kirshner gets the call to make it 2-1. Oh, we'll put it right down the middle, and Marvin whiffed. 2-2. Strike 3 on an elevated fastball. That's the second out of the inning. Chief also ground out to short in his first at-bat, same as Kester. Although Chief's ground ball was hit much harder. Hits this one right to Loney. So that will end the 3rd inning. 1-2-3 inning there. Pearsall's going to lead things off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 3rd. Squirrels still leading 2-0. First pitch from Pauly is a ground ball to short. Joey on over to first for the first out of the inning. That will bring Scobie to the plate. I do not think he was the catcher the last time we saw the Dodgers. Can't swear to that, but that doesn't ring a bell. I don't remember who was catching. Was it still Russell Martin? I really can't remember. In any case, Scobie's got an 0-2 count, and he will go down swinging. So that will bring up Kirshner. He doesn't have a hit, so he might have been a draft pick earlier this month. Looks at strike 1. Little pop fly. Kester's going to go back and make the catch. That ends the inning. We move into the 4th. The Squirrels will start off with Terry at the plate, and they still hold a 2-0 lead. Terry got a base hit and scored in the 2nd inning. Shoots this one through the left side of the infield for another single. Frank also singled in his last at-bat. Terry was able to go to 3rd on that single. Watches that pitch down in the dirt. And this one is inside. Down and out. That'll make it a 3-0 count. Frank taking all the way, and that will be ball 4. Runners on first and second. Tom hit one towards the middle, but could not get it through for a base hit. Looks at strike 1. This one up and in, makes it 1-1. Up and out for 2-1. Kirshner already starting to wipe his brow as he puts that one down in the dirt to make it 3-1. Tom taking all the way. It's a full count now with nobody out. He will hit this one in the air, and it's going to drop into right field for a base hit. Terry headed towards home. He will make it there safely. Frank stops at third to make it 3-0 Squirrels and leaves runners on the corners for Zach, who already has an RBI double. He'll look at strike one, and then that one bounces in to make it 1-1. Into the crowd down past third base. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away. Joey also had an RBI hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Ground ball. It's a bit of an awkward spot. Pearsall has to go to first, which allows another run in. And that's going to be it for Kirshner. We're going to bring in Hideki Kuroda. Or not Hideki. Kuroki Kuroda. Hawley struck out at his first at-bat. There are 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He will ground this to Pearsall, and that will be the last out of the inning. The Squirrels add 2 more to make it 4-0. Let's go to the bottom half of the fourth, where Furcal will lead things off for LA. Furcal struck out in the first inning. 5 Dodgers struck out the first time through. I do believe it was, well, it can't be that front-loaded, but I know the first 2 batters struck out. That's almost half of them. Furcal down 1-2 in this at-bat. He will foul that off to stay alive. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away. Here's Matt Merton, who, as I mentioned, also struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses right over the top of what I think was a failed knuckleball. Here's a better knuckleball, and it's put to Joey for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Loney to the plate. He fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. That one just misses inside. Good 2-strike pitch. High fastball gets put into center field, and that will be the Dodgers' first hit and first base runner. One on with 2 outs. Andrew Jones struck out in his first at-bat. So I guess you could say it was front-loaded. Over half of the first 4 batters. He pops up right in front of the plate, and Tom will make the catch. Dodgers with a hit, but no runs. It's still 4-0 Squirrels as we go into the 5th inning. Kester is going to lead things off. Oh, I've got a mustache hair that keeps tickling my nose here, so my apologies if I sneeze or whatever else might happen from that. It's definitely tickling it. Kester with a 1-1 count. He is 0 for 2, I believe, in this game. Watches that pitch inside to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So here comes Marvin. His first left-handed at-bat. He went 0 for 2 on the right side so far. Looks at strike 1. Fouls this pitch away to make it 0-2. Into center field. Jones is not going to get there. That will drop in for a base hit. 1 on with 1 out. Chief is ground out. Once to short, once to first. Both were hit fairly hard, but just could not find a hole. That's a line drive into center field. Right center field, I'd even say. Rolls past Jones. That'll let Chief cruise in with a double. Marvin stops at third. So 2 runners in scoring position for Terry, who's already singled twice in this game. Looks at strike 1. That fastball too low. Grounds this one through the right side. 1 run in. Chief stops at third. 5-0 Squirrels with runners on the corners for Frank. Still just 1 out. First pitch, a high fastball for a strike. Up the middle, but it's not going to get there. Furcal able to grab it on the fly. Runners have to stay put, so that will bring Tom to the plate with 2 outs. Runners still on the corners as he looks at strike 1. Tom has flew out and walked so far. He'll strike out in this at-bat to end the top of the 5th. 5-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, where Andre Ethier will lead things off for LA. Ethier credited with a line out, though I don't remember where it was off the top of my head. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. This was pulled foul right over the first base dugout. Still 0-2. High fastball called strike 3. Ethier doesn't like it, but it will bring Widger to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Ooh, called ball 1, down and out. It was borderline, though. This one just misses outside to make it 2-2. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Pearsall at the plate, ground out in his first at-bat. Pauly up to 8 strikeouts with presumably 4 outs to go in this outing. He's got a 1-1 count on Pearsall. Gets him to swing and a pitch in the dirt to make it 1-2. Little bloop towards third. Chief catches it right on the line, and we will move into the 6th inning. Squirrels leading 5-0. Zach's going to lead things off. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI double and then struck out. Hits this one back to Kuroda. Oh, no, that's actually going to go to Furcal. I thought Kuroda was going to get it, but he couldn't quite reach it. Joey, also 1 for 2, has an RBI single. Shoots this one right down the first base line. It does get past Loney and into right field. A 1-out single brings Pauly to the plate. He has hit into a double play and then ground out, I think, back to Kuroda. He's going to ground this one over to Furcal, but it was not hit hard. So no double play. They just get the out at second. Kester 0 for 3, a couple ground outs and a strikeout. Puts this into left field. Merton is not going to get it. It's going to get over his head. That's going to lead. Nope. I thought Pauly was going to try to score, but he stops at third. 2 runners in scoring position for Marvin, but there are 2 outs. And he pops up right at the plate. Scobie makes the catch. Still 5-0 after a major threat there. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning where Scobie is going to lead things off. I'm sure Pauly would love to get at least 2 strikeouts in this inning. Scobie did strike out the first time. He's not here. He's going to ground off of Pauly. Joey will pick it up and get it to first. If he wants 10 strikeouts, he's going to have to strike out the next 2. The Dodgers will pinch hit and put in Nick Markakis. Pauly starts him off with a fastball that is down and away. And the knuckleball misses inside. 2-0. Swing and a miss on that fastball. Another swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Pops it up, but it'll make the screen behind home plate. Still 2-2. Called strike 3. 9 strikeouts on the day for Pauly. Furcal has already struck out twice today. And he's going to get a base hit out into right on this one, which maybe Pauly doesn't care so much about that. That brings Merton to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Looks at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. Gets a pop-up. Joey's going to go back and make the catch, so Paulie will have to be content with 9 strikeouts on the day. 5-0 Squirrels. Chief is going to lead things off in the 7th. Steve Traxel is going to take over on the mound. Markakis was just used as a pinch hitter. Chief 1 for 3, got a double in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one hard into left, but foul. Makes it 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, that'll be another base hit. 1 man on for Terry, who is 3 for 3, all singles so far. That fastball too high. Hits this one a long way. Is it enough? No, right at the wall. Chief having to go back to first. So just a long out. Here's for, oh, my apologies. I thought Tom drew the walk. It was Frank that walked earlier in the game. Anyway, it's a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Runner still on first, now with 1 out, and that's a line drive foul down the left side. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, here's Tom. He got a base hit, he did not walk. Looks at strike 1. That pitch stayed a bit too high. This one a bit too low. 2-1. Line drive out into center field. Chief on his way to third. That will leave runners on the corners with 2 outs for Zach. He will look at strike 1. Hits in the right field, but it's going to hook foul down into the seats. 0-2. Popped up at the plate. Scobie going back. He should have it, and he does. That will get us to the 7th inning stretch. 5-0 Squirrels. James Loney will bat on the other side. Paulie has done the job, so we are going to get him changed. There we go. Got the volume set and the mic a little better position. Zach made that last out, so let's go get Nakai into his spot, which will bring Quentin into the game. Score stays where it is. Nakai can plan on 2 innings. James Loney, I do believe 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at strike 3. Fastball right down the middle. Andrew Jones 0 for 2. A strikeout and a flyout. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And that pitch is too low. Gets him to swing and miss at that fastball to get 2 outs in the inning. Andre Ethier, a line out and a strikeout so far. Starts off with strike 1. Called strike 2. Then a ground ball towards short. A good inning for Nakai. Brings us to the 8th inning. A 5-0 Squirrels lead, and Joey will lead things off. Traxel out there wiping his brow, but he will go at least to start this 8th inning. Starts Joey off with a strike. And Joey will have a little loop towards third. Widger makes the catch. Brings Quinton to the plate for his first at-bat. It will be left-handed. And a little bit of a wild changeup there. That one, right down the middle, and Quinton fouled it off. That slider bounces in. That makes it 2-1. Line drive into right field. That's going to get by Ethier, so Quinton will make his way to second base. A 1-out double will bring the top of the order back up, though apparently we're getting a replay of this one. Here is Kester, runner in scoring position with 1 out. First pitch is in there for a strike. A curveball in there for strike 2. That one stays high. This will be the last batter for Traxel regardless. Goes out on a strikeout. The Dodgers then will turn to Esteban Loaiza? Yeah. Esteban Loaiza will take over on the mound with a runner on second and 2 outs. Marvin, 1 for 4 on the day, will continue to bat left-handed as he looks at a pitch inside. Hits this into right field. Ethier is not going to get over there. That's going to score another run as Marvin gets in there with an RBI double. 6-0 Squirrels. Chief at the plate. 2 outs and a runner still in scoring position. Changeup is called a strike. And this gets away. So the runner now on third. 1-1 count at the plate. Chief watches this inside to make it 2-1. Hits this one right to Loney for the second time in this game, and that will end the top of the 8th. 6-0 Squirrels in the runs column, 15-2 in the hits column. The Dodgers are going to start off with Widger at the plate. Nakai will stay on for another inning on the mound. Widger has struck out in both at-bats so far. He will start off this at-bat with a swing and a miss, and then a pitch down by his feet. Another swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Line drive into right. That's going to probably be a double. Quinton getting over there, but just a well-placed ball. I do believe, could be wrong about this, but I think that's the first time the Dodgers have had a runner in scoring position today. Here's Pearsall. He watches that curveball bounce in. Fastball down the middle. Another fastball down the middle, but it's a ground ball to second. Kester goes to third, and they do cut down the runner. Not a huge fan of that play, but it is nice when it works out. Runner on first with 1 out. He takes off. Tom will cut him down. So now nobody on base with 2 outs, and Scobie is behind 0-2. A little bit ragged, but it does turn out to be a 1-2-3 inning, thanks to over-aggressive Dodger base running, we'll say. Terry's going to start things off in the 9th. It's a 6-0 ball game. Loaiza will stay on the mound. Terry is 3 for 4 so far. He nearly homered in his last at-bat. It died at the wall out in right. It's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. That runs a bit outside. 2-1. Ground ball right over first, but Loney was playing it that way. That is the first out of the inning. We've got hiccups now. Frank at the plate. Looks at that cutter, down and away. Changeup is called a strike. 1-1. This will be through the right side of the infield. A runner on first with 1 out. Tom 2 for 4 so far on the day. Nearly got that average back up to 300. Looks at strike one. The pitch runs outside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 away. It will not be Nakai's turn to hit. So we will let Martinez hit. Runner still on first with 2 outs. Loaiza 1 out away from getting out of this inning. So he is starting to tire. He's got Martinez with the 1-1 count. Swing and a miss again. They'll make it 1-2. Pop up towards second. Pearsall, barely in the grass, makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is the pitcher spot due up. The Dodgers are going to need 6 runs if they want to extend this ball game. We will put Zap into Tom's spot, which will move Martinez behind the plate. And they're going to let Loaiza hit. I mean, it would be a big ask for the offense. And Loaiza actually comes up with a base hit over Chief's head, so maybe they knew something I didn't. Here's for call. He's 1 for 3. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike one here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. There's a pop-up. Martinez waiting for it right on the line. 1 down, runner still on first for Matt Merton, who is 0 for 3. Looks at strike one on the outside corner. I'm not sure that's where they meant to have it, but it was a strike. Foul ball for strike two. And this is another line drive into left. Runner stays at second. Runner's on first and second for James Loney. Home run would get him halfway there. So he looks at strike one. This one just off the plate. This one too high. Makes it 2-1. Misses low. There's a called strike. We got a full count. 1 out. 2 men aboard. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a big out for Zap. Here's Andrew Jones, who I do believe is hitless today. Zap 1 out away from ending this game. Gets the call on that pitch. Does not on that one. 1-1. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Line drive over Joey's head. The Dodgers will not be shut out today. Actually, nope. The run did get in there. Marvin with an excellent throw to third to cut down the runner to end the ball game, but the run did get there before the out. So your final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 6, Los Angeles Dodgers 1. You know, the Dodgers might still be hitting if it wasn't, again, for over-aggressive base running is what got them in trouble in the 8th. The Squirrels do bounce back comfortably. Oh, excuse me, I thought Marvin made that throw. It was Frank that made the throw. But it was a very good one regardless. Zach is going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We'll have Game 2 against LA tomorrow. We'll see you then.